foggy day today. Thick, water-laden fog. We need this during the July-August period. It's kind of a waste during the winter. We just had rain, and the fog really isn't going to add much to it. But in the fog belts, where the few forests there are left need the fog to continue. But that's not what I'm here to talk about, is it?
It was up in Mike the other night. That was really quite a sight. You gather around.
We really need to talk about the plastic and the rubber pollution all over our planet. There isn't any place on the globe now you can't find bottles along the seashore, no matter whether you're at the Antarctic or the Arctic. It's all up there, piles of it, and it's really raising hell on the environment and the animals that are eating this stuff and dying because of it. But let's break it down even more. Let's talk about the good news on this front. The good news is that we had a hell of a tire pollution problem really showing up in the early 80s and the 90s. Even before that, the tires were floating out in the estuaries and in the creeks and wherever people would dump them. And so many governors and states required recycling. So they came up with a way to recycle 100% of the tires. Good news. Now the tire dumps are disappearing. We're seeing less thrown away tires, and people are getting the message that you can recycle tires. If you were to choose to not recycle and just throw it out, what are the consequences? Well, mosquitoes are the big problem with tires because they always fill up with water no matter how you store them. And mosquitoes tend to love tires to breed in. They're also a really bad fire hazard, and they put out a lot of toxic smoke. That's why you never want to burn a tire, ever. Not even when you're driving and burning out. All you're doing is polluting the air with tire dust all over the ground next to the roads. And then the rains come and the tire dust washes into the streams and into the oceans and into the fish and into us. Another big problem with using tires. Even though they're fully recyclable, most of the planet, they're really a problem. So how many tires do we throw away each year? We throw away 1.1 tire per year per person on the planet. That's a lot of people. Look at the population right now. And every person is throwing 1.1 tires away. Oh, by the way, that's 300 million rubber tires. Synthetic rubber tires we're throwing away, either recycling or just throwing them out in the garage or a barn or the environment. But see, the tire problem is completely fixable. Rail transportation uses steel wheels, which can be recycled 100%. You just take the wheel off, regrind it, and then you put another layer of steel where the old layer wore off, and you regrind it, and it's back in service for another 100,000 miles. So there are alternatives to rubber tires. You see, that's why no matter whether you make cars auto drive or whatever, you're still going to be using rubber tires. It just isn't going to work because of all the tire dust that's polluting the air around you and on the ground. This is more pollution that there's no way to really deal with it other than get rid of the rubber tire altogether. You have to kind of look at Japan and China to find out what's happening in the transportation department, mass transportation. It's quite amazing. I'll try and put some links down below for you to see what the Muni Metro and Metro looks like in different parts of the world. But that's sort of, I guess, my point here is please stop driving and take the Metro. It's healthier for you and it's healthier for me. I don't have to smell the horrific, awful pollution from the black rubber tire pollution. It's just one more stream of pollution we need to get rid of, that we already have gotten rid of a lot of it. Not completely. That won't happen until we stop using rubber tires. So on this beautiful foggy morning here, Sunday foggy morning here in California, US, we'll see you next time. And thank you very much for your comments on the last videos And the videos after that, before that, yeah, before that. Can't have videos after the last video, can you?